Salutations, my name is Drunker, and today we are back with another episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vaynar. That is right, we are going to be reading through, once again, the main story. That's right, with Chapter 3, Alpha and Omega, The Wild and Its Overgrowth, the Tribal Lands of Verdancia. So, this is gonna be interesting because I actually completely forgot about everything that happened in this story. So yes, I have read this all before, but I am re-recording everything because the audio back then was not that great. So actually, at least that's in my opinion. But yeah. So anyway, we've got a lot of stories. I've actually checked the original recording and I think it was like 4 hours or something. This was the recording back in 2025. I have an additional one. It's recorded in June 21 of 2025. Yeah, it was a 4-hour recording. It did include all of the not safe for work scenes though. I completely forgot about all of them. So this is gonna be a good recap. So we got 20 stories today, by the way, 20. So that's a lot more compared to what you call that nation again? Obsidonia and Pays Blanc. So we've got a lot. We got like what? How many not safe for work scenes there? So like, there's 1, 2, 3. There's a lot. So I'll be starting again. This is the main story. Just like any main story and event, please do not share any spoiler, or at least censor any of the spoilers if you do comment, okay? We don't want anyone, who knows, maybe people don't want to play the game or people want to re-watch the entire thing. Please be respectful and down the comments below, and we'll proceed to Endless Mating Season. Anyway. Chapter 3, Alpha and Omega. Oh. Looks like we're at home. Look at this place. Wow. Should I recreate this place in Minecraft? Looks pretty fancy. Anyway, word of the collapse of the Empire of Obsidonia and the opening of its layers to the public spreads throughout the Federation in no time at all. The half-dragon warrior Kun, along with Dragon King Barboros, are yet again at the center of commotion. Let me check if my mic is working. This has Kun's father, Morgan, so worried that his anxiety could very well shorten his lifespan. It's the age, huh? As soon as they return home, he provides Kun, the Dragon King, and the rest of the gang a villa as an attempt to keep them out of trouble, at least for the time being. It's like my father is trying to make me live in a bubble, where the bubble is this villa, and he's thrown away the key. Hey Bal, I've got an idea. How about we head for the Adventurers Guild anyway? Absolutely not. I hear there are some interesting quests available. Why not? I say go. I said no. Why though? First and foremost, think about the awful situation we just got ourselves in back in Obsidonia. You attract calamity like a magnet and get caught up in it, without fail. It might as well be your destiny. Which is why I've been thinking, what if we just lived peacefully without getting ourselves involved in any more calamities? That would mean no more going out. We'll turn this villa into our little nest of love. I just find it ironic that you of all people want to live peacefully. It's throwing me off. If I remember correctly, you're the one who was whining to go home after you were done being the hero in the spotlight. You fulfilled your desire without any problems, I might add, so what gives you the right to be discontent? It's not that I'm discontent. Sorry. I'm sure you will still want to go places every now and then too, don't you, Bal? I do not. I guess that makes sense considering how you were on Dragon King Isle for eons. Ugh, I feel like I'm losing my touch. There aren't any heroes coming to attack anymore. I feel like I've improved my carpentry and cooking skills though. See? Stalin is thinking the same thing. Come on, let's go to the guild together. Again, absolutely not. I will not allow it. Ah, this is the kind of world you all desired and got when you successfully got rid of the clouds I put out. Congrats to that. Heroes are becoming obsolete. They won't be coming to face off against me or you anymore, Stalin. What? You can't be serious. Do you mean to say that warriors like Alec will be things of the past? But people in need of help might be submitting quests to the guild. It's like I'm talking to a totally different person from the Kun I've known. How should I put this? You've always seemed like you didn't actually really care about the people around you. What? Huh? That's how it came off as? I don't really know why, but I feel like I've just been having way more fun since meeting you. Which is why I still want to go out there on adventures with you. We could at least go shopping at the marketplace. I have no interest in that. You'd just rather be a couch potato. I know how you make Amory go out to buy donuts for you. Speaking of which, that rat hasn't come home with them yet. I haven't seen him either. I doubt he'd stop somewhere else along the way. How am I supposed to eat freshly baked donuts if he doesn't get his little butt back here? Why not just go there yourself? Which is what I've been getting at. Good grief. Hey, you and I are heading out to buy you those freshly baked donuts you want. Not later, now. Ugh, that damn rat is such a huge pain in my ass. Ooh. Incidentally, today is also the day a merchant vessel has docked in the harbor, and as a result, the marketplace is livelier than ever. Look, Paul, they're saying these relics come from the lair in Obsidonia. We're buying donuts then, going straight home. That's final. I didn't actually get to go down into their lair, so knowing these came from there is so freaking cool. People of every creed from all across El Dorado gather here at the bazaar in the Federation's capital. As a melting pot, friction and clashes between rivaling groups are far from out of the ordinary. Hey, are you being for real right now? I'm telling you I can only sell it at a price you see. You're obstructing my business. If you don't like my prices, go elsewhere. Weigh it again. I've been deceived by way too many sellers to not do my due diligence. Are you giving me a hard time just because I'm a chimera? You know that crap won't fly here in the Federation. Ooh, chimera? Ooh, so we're getting some... Is it racism here or speciesism? I don't really know, honestly. I would never... Good grief. Just wait one more time for me, alright? You know, now that I'm getting a closer look at your face, you're pretty cute. Okay. If you're in that bad of a bind, I'll introduce you to a really lucrative gig that'll be right up your alley. Hey, don't touch me! You done did it, kid! Uh-oh! Just then, Kun witnesses a male chimera's fiery fist strike a beastonoid male right in the cheeks. It's been a hot minute since he has seen such a big altercation unfold right before his eyes. We're leaving. Ouch! Wait, what? That hurts! Stop! Owie! Wait! I think I hear Amory! You're just hearing things. Rats abound here. Forget about it, huh? Huh? Maybe I did just hear things. Looking around, not only has the fight between the Chimera and Beastonoid turned into an all-out brawl, but even the adventurers watching them have also begun to fight amongst each other. We're going home. We agreed not to get into any trouble. The atmosphere of the marketplace is tingling. This is no place to be shopping now. Sure. What happens if you head toward where you hear Amory's voice?
Please spare me. I'm begging you.
Well, I already know what happens in the scene, but it's pretty much fitting. We're finding him! Stop it, please! Amory! Huh? Stop! You seriously gotta stop! There's no way something that huge could fit inside me. Be a good boy and take it. Ain't no way you can. Your rear is practically built for this sort of treatment, ain't it? If I don't get home, Sir Barboris is gonna punish me for being late. The donuts are already cold, so I know I'll probably receive the same fate anyhow, but still. Oh, Mom and Dad, what should I do? Enough talking. Huh, you cracked me up. I ain't met a single kobu who wasn't bonkers. Your dingling is so hard. I can feel the tip pressing against my bum. Sir Husband, I got assaulted again. Again? We can talk about that later. Yeah, we gotta scram. We're not gonna let you get away. Hey, that felt amazing. Be sure to come back tomorrow, okay? Once we become horny bros, it won't just be us ganging up on you. See ya! Okay, this is called Beastonoids and Chimeras. In the tribal lands of Verdancia, at the same time, Kun and the gang were witnessing tensions rise between Beastonoids and Chimeras in the Federation. Sidley, patriarch of the Chimeras, and Poogie, a tiger chimera, are seconds from being attacked by the Beastonoids surrounding them inside the Yggdrasil Assembly. While the Yggdrasil Assembly is considered a hallowed ground by all Beastonoids, the mere sight of a chimera throws the place into turmoil. The hostility was palpable the moment they stepped foot there. Are you going to just let these lowly chimeras approach the Yggdrasil like this? Forte, get them out of here, this instant! It would seem that arbitration was futile. I knew I had a bad feeling about this. Forte, the proud and mighty patriarch of the Beastonoids, this is not what we agreed upon. Did you seriously just call us here to insult us? Their strife can all be traced back to the series of incidents that occurred between the Beastonoids and Chimeras in the forest. Both sides are guilty of blaming the other side for sowing the seeds of indignation, but it has been Sidley and his men who have gone out of their way to ensure that all-out war does not break out. Despite the danger, Sidley has made the bold step of visiting Forte, the patriarch of the Beastonoids, in his own domain. Everyone, please, don't be mean to Sidley and Poogie. Wait, you've come all this way. I'm sorry my men are making you feel uncomfortable. Let's have a feast while you're here, shall we? A little booze ought to do the trick to help us put any harsh feelings behind us. About that, Forte. It looks like everyone drank all the booze. Huh? What is the meaning of this? How dare you all of you drink the booze that I specifically had set aside for our guests, without my permission? I will not let this go unpunished. As patriarch, I must punish accordingly. Which one of you drank the liquor? Be honest and raise your hand if you did. Just as soon as Forte approached this intoxicated Beastonoid Breton, he begins to beat them up indiscriminately. Despite initially shriveling up at the sight of their patriarch coming from their hides, Forte's rain of punches unintentionally spark an all-out brawl among themselves. Not so unified in numbers after all, huh? You just can't help but go back to fighting even with guests over. You poor excuse for a tiger! How dare you mock us purebloods! What did you just say, you stupid deer? Poogie, don't dig yourself into a hole. I didn't bring you along just to add to our troubles. Okay, you don't gotta give me the death stare though. Sorry guys. Once things calms down, Forte and I will visit your village. I wouldn't if I were you. I don't want you to be in harm's way, Anima. While the table would be flipped, the outcome would still be the same. Even within the Chimera Autonomous Territory, infighting is rampant, no different than here. Really? Everyone used to be so intimate though. I didn't come here today to discuss how we might end the conflict between our people, but to ask Forte myself how you Beastnoids are faring. Anima, have there not been some pretty gnarly fights among your kind as of late? There sure have been. Everyone's been at each other's throats. I'm under the assumption that tempers are flaring just as high among the Beastnoids as they are for us Chimeras. I'm trying to louder Sidley's voice because when I did edit for Oppression Liberation Army, his voice was really low, so yeah. I'd also like to add that everyone's been extremely, and I mean extremely horny, including Forte. Huh? Me too, of course. I would kill to be so happy-go-lucky. Sidley, why is your face all red? Poogie, how have you been, as far as that department goes? Don't know about you, but I'm in heat 24/7 all year long. Hey, that was a serious question. What? Seriously? Serious, my butt. Well, there's probably doing each other like crazy, hands in their pants if they aren't swinging their hips. What does that say about you, Sidley? I haven't noticed any changes in me, really. Oh, see, I've been horny. That's a relief to hear, I guess. I think I get what's going on. Everyone's all agitated like how we are when it's mating season. Still, this is unprecedented. Could this be due to the dark clouds of dust disappearing? Or maybe it is just that time of year? Sidley, watch out! Huh? Just then, a Beastnoid lunges at Sidley, swinging his fist. Sidley barely dodges the assailant, but he is unable to stop the stampede of Beastnoids rushing towards him and Poogie. This is called an unexpected visitor. Oh man, I sure got myself in the pickle. Don't you mean we? My donuts are cold because of you. So good though. That's how you're going to thank Amory after how he risked his life for them? So long as he's fine, I could care less. You think I'm fine? I gotta say though, I've been kinda horny all the time as of late for some reason. It shouldn't be mating season just yet. Kun and the gang have made it back to their villa after hastily escaping the steamy turmoil enveloping the marketplace and town at large. Upon arriving home, however, they run into an unexpected visitor waiting for them at their doorstep. Who? Hey, is that who I think it is outside our place? It is! It's King Equus! King Equus? My, so great to see your face, Kun. I have actually come to see you. That's a shame you came all this way just for him not to be home. Well, there's no reason for you to be like that. He's right here, is he not? Edgar has also been terribly worried since you apparently have not been checking in at the guild. I, for one, am relieved to see that you are doing well. That's because Baal isn't willing to take on any more quests. Kun has not done a single quest, even solo, since returning from Obsidonia. Barboris is quick to reiterate why that the moment Kun starts complaining. I will not have us dragged into any more dilemmas. My mate and I are on a much-needed vacation. I see. Well, would you at least listen to what I have to say? No. Baal? Huh? Oh, King Equus. If I had known you were on your way, I would have come out to greet you. Why, good day, Minister Morgan. I apologize for the intrusion during your time off. Please, come inside. I'm sure there must be something very important you wish to discuss for you to come visit our humble abode. I had a bad feeling about this. Ooh. I am pleased to see that your residence has been repaired, especially given how the damage was largely in part due to me. Please, right this way. Thank you. King Echoes is here in the flesh? What's going on? Is there an urgent quest we need to deal with? We're about to find out. I have no idea what it could be about. Ahem, quiet please. It isn't another one of your god-awful requests, is it? Well, it may very well end up that way. We would be honored to assist you with executing any edict you hand down, your majesty. Please go ahead. Actually, I am here to talk about the Beastonoids and Chimeras communities who have immigrated here from Verdancia. Altercations between the two groups are being reported round the clock in our capital and Pays Blanc at large. Reports from Verdancia proper also suggest that there is an ongoing effort to expel all Chimeras within their domain. As far as I'm concerned, I intend to treat all creeds who wish to immigrate here equally, whatever the case may be between the two groups in their homeland. I will not let that dissuade me. Nevertheless, recent skirmishes and violent outbursts have begun to affect innocent bystanders, and I cannot let this conflict go unchecked. I have dispatched both adventurers registered with the guild as well as our own soldiers to handle these matters, but reports continue flooding in at an alarming rate. As for my request, I would like you all to help investigate what the root cause of all the commotion is and act accordingly. There must be something that links these individuals' acts of violence. It would be a grave error on our part to ignore the ongoing feud between the Beastonoids and the Chimeras as someone else's problem. It would be nice to have direct dialogue with their leaders, but when you mean Chimeras, are you talking about Beastonoid-human hybrids? Precisely, they are a rare breed. However, their appearance in our world coincide with the dark clouds of dust, which makes them all the more peculiar. Speaking of which, I also wish to ask Dragon King Barbaros whether he had anything to do with them. I know nothing about their origin. The clouds have no such effect. Is that so? So, are you going on the record as stating that you have no connection or involvement whatsoever with the turmoil that is currently breaking out between the Beastonoids and the Chimeras? I have nothing to do with any of it, and I ask that you leave me out of it. You speak the truth then. Question time is over. I ask that you leave. Please wait. This request is more so from Jade than it is from me.
Why, if it isn't our little Dragon King, how have you been?
Not fine, that's for sure.
Quit pretending like you don't know what's going on. You know damn well Lust is involved in this.
Nope, don't know squat. Jade claims that the ongoing uproar we are witnessing is all because of a certain sinful desire, which resides in the tribal lands of Verdancia. However, no conclusive evidence to support that has been presented to be thus far. Ugh, you could have just kept your mouth shut, jealousy. Bal, so you do know what's going on. This sounds serious. Don't you worry, King Equus, I got your back. Time to start packing. We're gonna show up at Verdancia and take down this Shadow King of Lust.
It sounds like we have a good old-fashioned adventure on our hands, huh? I know the road ahead will surely be tough for us, but I must admit I'm a little thrilled about going on another adventure.
Alec, you're going up against a Shadow King of Sinful Desire. Lord Barbaros, are you sure they'll be fine without us there to render aid? Let them be. They're only going about against Lust. I'm sure he's not worth the trouble. So, you mean, compared with Bizbub, the Shadow King of Gluttony, or Jade, the Shadow King of Jealousy, the Shadow King of Lust would have to be a bit of a joke. Yes, you were on the right track. Of the Sinful Desires, he's hardly even deserving of the title. Dealing with him would just be a waste of time.
When you say lust, are you talking about what it feels like when you're horny, maybe?
What do you think?
If so, would he have anything to do with why I've been so horned up non-stop?
You're being afflicted by that too. Isn't it obvious already? Damages from this are fist deep at best, so there's no need to sweat over it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're just going to let these unruly beasts run amok in the Grand Bathhouse?
Jade is right. There have been far too many outlandish acts of violence in places where people gather, especially at the Grand Bathhouse. With the situation so out of hand, putting the citizenry in harm's way, I'm afraid I must consider closing it down.
Equus, don't even think about it! You're playing right into Lust's hands! How am I supposed to replenish my magic?
How dare you utter those words! Closing down the Grand Bathhouse! I command you to reconsider! That wouldn't bode well for Bal at all. That would give me one less reason to stay here now, wouldn't it? My flavor of chaos resides there, and I'd like to keep it that way.
So you get my drift, don't you, little Dragon King? We can't let this go on and have our magic source taken away. The grand bathhouse is filled to the brim with the jealous dreams Echoes has held on to since his virgin days. If I'd be damned if I let Lush have his way and ruin our fun because of it. He never knows when he gone too far.
Jade, you are more than aware of the fact that I did not have anything of the sort in mind when I designed that facility. Wow. I'm left with no choice, it seems. Come on, let's head out. Take care of this overnight and head straight home. Yay! So that means you will take on my request? Our hero Dullard here could never handle this on his own. I will personally be going to deal with it myself. Stallone, start parking at once. Yes, Lord Barbaros. Here we go. I'm telling you right now, you'd better not shut down the Grand Bathhouse. I swear on my life that I will not, Dragon King Barbaros. I will discuss other solutions with Romanus. The tribal lands of Verdancia are barbaric and uncharted. Please do not let your guard down. Especially given how we all have already lost contact with our reconnaissance party that I had dispatched preemptively. Considering how they had never once allowed us to help them join civilization, despite how many of their own we have accepted throughout the centuries, I suppose that should not come as much of a surprise. Deep within the heart of Verdancia lies the Yggdrasil. The immense overgrowth it provides has even prevented the Sepians from developing within its vast forest. Man, why am I feeling anxious all of a sudden? Is he gonna end up being stronger than the other Shadow Kings we've come across so far? Battling him is not the only possible outcome. I am sure diplomacy with that Shadow King will still be on the table.
Look at you sounding all cocky.
My question is, what idiot land dweller dares form a bond with a magical entity on the magnitude of a Shadow King of sinful desire? That would only serve to bolster the Shadow King onto the surface. That is a great question, but sadly, I have no answer for you. As far as Verdancia is concerned, we are not even aware of there being a nation, much less a leader figure, who would do that. I hear that there is a healer of sorts who conducts research on chimeras right here in the Federation. I ask that you first reach out to him to gather information. He goes by Professor Pius, and he's also quite knowledgeable about Verdancia's topography. According to Edgar, however, he is quite the oddball. Ooh. Okay, so this is called Professor Pius's clinic, I mean. Hey, you're gonna make sure to get my boner to go down, right? Simmer down, please. That's what this sedative is for. I forgot his voice from oppression. No! How did I voice this dude? Near the border between the Federation of Pays Blanc and the tribal lands of Verdancia, Professor Pius has daringly set up a clinic in the area with the highest concentration of Verdancian immigrants residing there. Though Pius's clinics is ransacked every time he travels to Verdancia, which is quite often due to the nature of his work, the vandalism has never bothered him. You know, I am the doctor here, right? Yeah, a sketchy one at that. Anyway, I came to you because of how you offer quests for even drifters like me from Verdancia to make some extra Dracos. But why do I gotta be tied up? Untie me! The Fox Drifter's suspicions are more than justified, as the details of the quest he had seen posted on Pius's board were more than dubious. The quest summary reads as follows: Verdancian adventures, beastonoids and chimeras alike, dealing with constant insufferable heat wanted. Hey, how come this room smells so bad? What the hell is this smell? Right as the Drifter is complaining about the hideous odor pervading the clinic, Pius is hard at work creating a drug concoction out of all sorts of materials. Most of the materials on hand are herbs procured on his excursions to Verdancia. While incredibly potent, one would be hard-pressed not to notice how toxic and volatile they are, not to mention how many side effects they must have. Needless to say, this assortment of powerful drugs would never be available over the counter in a typical shop. I'm starting to feel a bit off, like, in a good way. Subject's heart rate is going through the roof. Incidentally, mine might be too. Who cares about your heart rate? Wait, what's this I see? How strange. Oh no, this is no good at all. Instead of creating a sedative, I've created a stimulant. My apologies, but there has been a change of plans. The objective of this experiment is being changed to determine the effects of whatever stimulant compound it is that I've just created. You gotta be kidding me. End this experiment right now. The fox beastnoid tries to swing at Pius in vain, as all 4 of his limbs have been tied to his chair from the onset. Stay still. If you don't want my syringe needles to put your ass in line. If my hunch is correct, I just stumbled upon a stimulant compound far more potent than any of Yamato's aphrodisiacs. Trust me, Pius. I don't think you have to deal with just Yamato's one. Also, how did they voice him? I kind of forgot. Possibly even more powerful than the ones from Sepia. You could be experiencing a major breakthrough firsthand. You can't be serious about injecting me with that stuff. What would even happen to me? Pius ruthlessly injects the syringe into his subject's arm, taking advantage of how it remains fastened in place on the armrest. Stop! That freaking hurts, man! The compound is injected directly into the fox beastnoid's bloodstream before it has the chance to vaporize. The stimulant is powerful enough to make the test subject's breathing irregular just from inhaling the vapors, which just goes to show how instantaneously it hits him. Suddenly, the fox beastnoid stands up along with the chair that is still tied to him. His eyes are bloodshot and the distinct outline of his manhood is clearly visible between his legs. Amazingly, the fox beastnoid tears the rope tying him down to shreds, destroys the chair he has been strapped to, and darts out of the lab. Oh no, I haven't had a chance to collect any data yet. Oh well, I'll be sure to pay you the amount we agreed upon. How was he able to stop my restraining rope? Does this stimulant also act as a muscle enhancer? How exciting! Pius is elated as he talks to his magic staff, which has already begun sweeping up the debris. The stuff jumps for joy in melodramatic fashion. I say enough research into sedatives. It's not like they'd work anyway. We'll just make stimulants that'll please everyone and fill the Federation with even more beastonoids and chimeras. I'm so fired up now. Excuse me, Professor Pius, are you there? Out of the way! Move it! Whoa, what's going on? Following a trail of rumors as his guide, Kun has at last arrived at what he believes to be Pius's laboratory. The first thing that comes into view is Pius's latest escapee. Feeling the scene, his countenance altered drastically from how he had looked prior to stepping foot inside. I do not accept human patients. Go be seen elsewhere, please. Wait a second. Professor Pius finds himself rubbing his eyes just to make sure what he is looking for is real or just another hallucination due to lack of sleep. His eyes sparkle with excitement through his glasses at the sight of Kun's single dragon wing and arm. Whoa! Do my eyes deceive me, or is it really you? The half-dragon warrior who everyone's been talking about. Would you happen to be Professor Pius? The one and only, 'tis I, Pius. I'm a doctor. Do you need anything checked out? I offer free health exams. I'll thoroughly check you from top to bottom. I'm fine right now. I have a clean bill of health. I mean, this guy's rich, so. Hey, are you a human dragon chimera? You look different than the Certian dragon hybrids. There are Certian dragon hybrids? I did not know that. Well, there's this whole backstory behind why I look like this. Pius swoops in and instantly starts touching all over Kun's wing, opening it and closing it as he pleases. Oh my goodness. To Pius, Kun is merely another test specimen for his laboratory research. How beautiful! So exquisite! I'm so thrilled that you're here.
Look at all these books and medicinal supplies. This place looks just like the alchemy laboratories we have back in Amberdon.
Yuck, what's this awful smell? My eyes feels like they're on fire. There's something off about this stench. Stallone, we're taking some of these. They might come in handy later. Golly. As you wish, Lord Barbaros, although it feels pretty awkward taking them right in front of the owner of this establishment. Professor P.S., what is all of this medicine for? Oh yes, you see, I initially planned on creating a sedative as per the request of one of my Chimera buddies. Huh? A Chimera asked you to? Unfortunately, I wasn't able to deliver that request, so what I ended up creating instead was a stimulant unlike any other. I know I'm tooting my own horn by saying this, but I'm more than pleased by the result. Please, you must participate in a clinical trial for me at once. If I may have you lie down on this bed here... Wait, hold up, I didn't come here to be a part of any trial. I'm actually here under the order of King Equus. We are investigating the reason why the beastonoids and chimeras are so aroused. Ah, well, that's because they're in heat, about out of season. A heat that won't stop, leaving them in a state of perpetual horniness. This never-ending arousal is driving them into a state of hysteria. They've been far more territorial and irritable. Ain't that terrible?
I knew it!
This unexpected mating season has been giving everyone a hard time, which is why I was entrusted to develop a sedative. I've experimented with so many compounds, but they all had no effect on either the beastonoids or the chimeras. That can't be the only reason why they're at and down each other's throats, though. That's not very intimate of the beastonoids and chimeras. I wonder why. What a fine assistant you are! That is a fabulous question. Assistant? Ever since the dark clouds of dusk appeared, chimeras suddenly out of nowhere, and in great numbers. Appeared, you mean? The chimeras are hands down attractive. I have no qualms calling them a creed in their own right. Their feud probably boils down to the fact that the beastonoids were the original inhabitants of Verdancia, and now their coolness factor is being put into question by these chimera newcomers. You can't be serious!
So, what you're saying is that the strife between the beastonoids and chimeras is over which is the superior creed? That sounds similar to the ongoing tensions we have back in Amberdon between members of the Holy Sorcerer Corps, individuals blessed with magic prowess at birth, and our warriors who lack magical abilities. I feel like I understand their situation a bit in that light, although both sides should still feel loved and appreciated regardless.
Don't spew that garbage in front of me. You're all equally no more than filth in my eyes. A forest of Verdancia used to be a paradise, one that the beastonoids had full domain over. The chimeras were the ones who landed on their eastern shores, unified and proliferated, so it's no wonder the beastonoids can't stand them. There's a village of chimeras in Verdancia? Yup, there sure is. Chimeras who visited the Federation dare not speak of its existence for fear that it might be invaded if word got out. I, for one, absolutely love both beastonoids and chimeras. It would be so nice if they could just get intimate. At the end of the day, though, they are the only ones who can come to the table and resolve their disputes. In the Chimera Autonomous Territory, there's this hawk hybrid guy who's been instrumental in unifying the chimeras. His name is Sidley, and he's a pretty massive cool guy. He's the one who asked me to develop the sedative too. I have to make sure I can speak this. Golly, it's long. Although I do fully enjoy seeing Sidley so aroused, I would love to get to show you guys his fine side. So the leader of the chimeras was also a victim of this never-ending heat. Correct, that poor thing. Chimeras are already so introverted, but he went out of his way to ask a human like me to help. For help. I wonder if I'd be able to speak to their leader directly. Butting into their race war would only spell trouble for us. But they're both suffering from this mating season dilemma. I'm pretty sure the beastonoids want to stop the fighting too. Plus, I'm sure the Chimera's leaders know something about the Shadow King of Lust too. There's no stopping you. You do have a point for once though. If we do nothing about this, we'll be sending all these raging beasts in heat straight to the Grand Bathhouse. Professor Pius, could you show us the way to the Chimera village? Of course, I'd be happy to show you the way. I've actually run out of the herbs I used to make my compound, so I need to head out and stock up on them anyway. I don't have a map though. Reason being is because the map is all in my head. What? You go out into that never-ending forest without a map? Maps don't help at all, I assure you. The trees in Verdancia grow incomparably fast to those found in the Federation. Every time you step into the vast Verdancian forest, the scenery is never the same as the last. Whenever I go, the Yggdrasil seems so close yet so far. It's a shame I've never gotten to see it up close. My philosophy is, let curiosity lead the way. Now I'm definitely nervous. This is called the strongest alpha. How come I always end up fighting with my mates like this? With the light of the moon illuminating him overhead, Forte finds himself all alone at the assembly. He tightly clenches his fist as he recalls how horribly the feast he had invited Sidley and Poogie to had ended. Precious liquor intended for his honored guests had been drunk by his underling, Beastonoids, causing him to become irate and lash out at them. This gradually resulted in a shouting match between the Beastonoids and his Chimera guest, which also quickly got out of control. Finding himself unable to persuade others via words, Forte resorts to his powerful fist to get them to yield to his demands. Even now, he painfully realizes that is still all he knows how to do. Anima always tells me how he hates it when I get violent like that. Is there even a good reason as for why I'm always at everyone's throats like this on a daily basis? I can't even remember the last day I managed to not punch someone in the face. The dark clouds of dust may be gone, but this place is nowhere close to peace. Our Yggdrasil is so beautiful, but our forest is just far too vast for us to keep it to ourselves. Is there not a way that we Beastnoids can live in harmony with the Chimeras, and without the distance that exists between us now? I want to become the leader who unifies Verdancia. Oh? Oh! Huh. What's up? Ooh. What's with the gloomy face? It's not like you. Asmon, you again. Yours truly, Forte. The night that the dark clouds of dust disappeared, Asmon appeared to Forte from the shadow of the Yggdrasil as it glowed in the pale light of the moon. Once again, under the same circumstances, Asmon now graces Forte with his presence. In the brief awkward silence that ensues, all Forte can think about is how the two had made love for the first time on that very night. Despite being the same man who would never back down from a fight with his beloved mates, he can never muster the courage to maintain eye contact whenever he's alone like this with Asmon. We're not doing it today. Oh, why not? I have Anima. Why must he think so long and hard about everything? Just wrap everyone up in one big hug. That includes Anima, the rest of the Beastnoids, and even the Chimeras. Of course, you can't leave me hanging either. With how huge your hands are, I'm sure you'd have no problem getting the job done. Plus, everyone would just love getting to feel your broad chest. See for yourself, I hardly cover any of it up. That just goes to show how much more space needs to be filled up by everyone else. Hey, what gives? Fighting with everyone again, are you? What else would I be doing? Did you make sure to win whatever fight it was this time? Losing it out of the question. Of course I won. I never lose a fight. Awfully strange for a man who's on the verge of tears to make such an outlandish claim. I am not on the verge of tears. Did you make sure to properly hug them to make up for the fight? No. Well, that's your problem. Asmon. You can't just get intimate with everybody, can you? You think that about me too? The proof is in the pudding. You know, you could just quit all this fighting tomorrow by picking up an instrument. Anos told me the same thing. I'm actually practicing one right now. Which reminds me, I got made fun of for practicing the drums right before my last fight with everybody. Hey, let me get a good love from you too. Oh, come on, at least give me a kiss on the lips or something. I know you're just as horny as everyone else. As true as that may be, I'm not giving it into it. You really do need to just learn how to not fight with your mates. The real question is how? How about you seriously consider hugging them to make amends? That ought to help you get intimate with them. Huh? You can't be serious about that. Timing is the key. You hug them before you get into some fight with them. Allow me to demonstrate. Huh? See? If you just hug them, they wouldn't get in a fight with you, even when you smooch them. Hey, I'm not going to fall for any of your tricks this time. Forte, let me be clear and direct with you. I really do believe that you have the ability to unify Verdancia. You do? Your armor is super cool. Is all of it treasure from abroad? Yep, it sure is. There may be no king here in Verdancia, but I know there are kings in other lands. If Verdancia were to have a strong king of its own, that kind needs to be able to make everybody happy. That would be absolutely splendid. I 100% agree. You do? That's the first time anyone's told me that. Both Anima and Record think we don't need a king. Why not just become the king you want Verdancia to have? Why not, right? I just suck at thinking things out and end up fighting instead. Just like I did today with all my mates earlier. Have you ever thought about how it might not be feasible for you to do everything solo? We could make it all happen together though, you and I. Asmon, you just don't trust me, do you? Perhaps I should reveal to you who I really am then. The Yggdrasil is actually my lair. Behold, you're in the presence of the Shadow King of Lust. Lust? All Forte can do is stare blankly back at Asmon, utterly overwhelmed by his own sheer lack of knowledge on anything and everything. It goes without saying that he hasn't the slightest clue as to who any of the Shadow Kings of sinful desires are, and he has no chance of comprehending whatever it is that Asmon is orchestrating. That means I'm the king of perversion. Oh, was that all I had to say to get your heart beating like crazy? Was this all needed to do for you to believe that I really am the king of perversion? No, my heart's beating fast because of you, yeah. But not because of your sirens. Oh, so you're saying that I'm your type, is that what it is? Huh? No, that's not what I meant to say. I love this. You're my type too, Forte. That's why I'm saying we can make this happen. I'm sure of it. You can become the strongest alpha ever. The alpha who can bring together all the beastoids and chimeras of this land. I shall bestow you upon eternal drive, a gift only proper for the king of perversion to give to the strongest alpha. Whoa! The musical notes from Asmon's syrinx tickle Forte's eardrums. In turn, his massive manhood can be seen perking its head up, something the shadow cast from his armor cannot hide. Look who's cheering right up! Asmon. You shall unite all the beastoids and chimeras, but before you just end up fighting with them, you must learn how to hug. We'll do reject Asmon. What? You won't go along with my idea? It's not like I want to fight with you. Which is why I'll just have to hug you if you won't hug me. Asmode! Before Forte even has a chance to notice, vines had crept onto the stone pavement of the assembly, heading straight for him. These vines swiftly grab a hold of his arms and legs, constricting him in place before he can make his retreat. Though tearing them to shreds would be easy enough for him considering his formidable strength, he has absolutely no will to resist. The reason for this can be gleaned from how awfully dejected Asmode appears in the moonlight.
Forte, don't get mad at me. It's just that I like you so much. I'll make you feel absolutely amazing. In turn, I'm sure you'll do the same.
Alright. Chimeras who have taken residence in the tribal lands of Verdancia are particularly on guard. Although there will be many who will not be pleased with you at all being here, I'll advise you to not do anything that causes unwanted trouble. P.S. is trusted by the Chimeras. Anyhow, I'm a doctor, and even Chimeras fall ill. In exchange for helping them, I get to enjoy their fluff. Their fluff? If I tell Sidley that you guys are my assistants, I'm sure he'll be fine with you. Oh Lord, within E have mercy. You again. Oh, in that case, introduce us to... What? Wait, Shinosuke? I thought you went home to Yamato. Nah, I'll only be coming home to a lot of scary demons. I just happened to accept a quest for Verdancia. What I'm saying is we're heading to the same location. Coincidentally, of course. You really think I'm going to buy that it's a coincidence? Listen, Kun, this guy's following us. We can't let our guard down in front of him. Well, we gotta let all your friends know what's up about you on the Yokai Net. We can't miss up on a big scoop. This sort of stuff kindles my photographer's spirit. Hey bro, since when did you become a cameraman? We can't help but think about you guys. Come on, what's with the scary look? Just get nice in front of us already. I say not. What's the deal, Ball? Why do you have to be so cold?
Did you hear that? A beast is coming.
It's getting closer. We need to stand our ground. Attack! May bestial brethren! Drive back the poachers! Good grief! What is Forte doing kept up in the Yggdrasil? Allow me to show everyone who's actually worthy of being our patriarch. What do we have here? Yes, it's an enemy raid! Hide behind me! Beastonoids and wild animals are coming to attack us! What does that guy mean by poachers? Is he mistaking us for some other people? Did you forget how I said Verdancia is a paradise for the Beastonoids and Chimeras? It's just that the Beastonoids of Verdancia are very irritable, and we're the ones invading their territory. Verdancia is rich in lumber and plants as well as precious artifacts indistinguishable from lair relics in value. The poachers are the ones trying to smuggle those things out. It's the forest keeper's duty to wring the poacher's neck. The troubled relationship between the Beastonoids and the poachers is a long one. During their conflict, some poachers have developed a heinous hobby of collecting Beastonoids and Chimera pelts. That's why adventurers from outside Verdancia have such a bad reputation when they step foot here. Everyone gets equally dealt with as a poacher. But I don't want to fight. It'll be alright. I've met this Beastonoid before. I'll try to persuade him. Are you going to be okay? From the looks of it, Wrecker has his bow pointed at them with the intent to kill and is about to let go. I don't sense any mercy from him. In the end, I would like for you to trust me. I'm a doctor after all. Okay, sure. Wrecker baby, it's me! There's no way. Wrecker baby, it's me, the doctor! Pius jumps from behind Kun and calls over to Wrecker. I've just come to collect herbs for making a sedative today. A sedative? Have you been super horned up recently? Haven't you been wanting to do something about it? Wrecker is clearly distraught as he lets his guard down upon confirming Pius' identity from waving his hands at him. I can do something about it. This is up my alley. You Federation perv. We haven't forgotten the disgrace you made us endure. You won't allow a single piece of Verdancia's bounty fall into anyone else's hand. Maybe you were right. It's no use. Everyone, get in battle formation. This is going to turn into a huge battle. Why are we being hated so badly? Tell me why. Well, you see, I might have had a handful of Beastonoid participate in an experiment for a love potion I was making. That really is my best memory of all time. What the heck did you do to them? Poachers, this is retribution for discrediting our holy ground. Hiding among the trees is useless. I can smell exactly where every last one of you are. So does that mean we have no fallback? This is just another reason why I keep telling you to take a bath so much. It can't just be my smell. What about Kun's raunchy musk? What? You're blaming this on me? Quit being stupid, Lord Janosuke. These arrows keep following even when you dodge them. Is there not anything we can do, Pius? Well, they're pretty vengeful when it comes to their prey. Just when you think you've escaped, they've caught you. Up to you. So are we going to fight or what? What are we going to do, Kun? Right as Pius chuckles hysterically as a sign that he himself has already given up. Oh! Hey there, Professor Pius! It's Lute! I heard that loud voice of yours from over yonder in the forest and had to come over. Looks like you've gotten into another quarrel with Wrecker. My condolences. Suddenly, a wildcat hybrid chimera appears while beautifully dodging the arrows. Before the arrows get a chance to change course, they become lodged inside large trees in the background.
Somebody help me! These arrows are way more dangerous than mine! Amory!
What the heck? I'm sorry if there's some issue with my headphones, but yeah. Hey, are you alright?
Thanks for saving me! Who are you?
Lute, Pookie! They're friends of yours? Of course! They're two of the chimeras who reside in Verdancia. I'm renowned as the one doctor who will risk his life for the Beastonoids and chimeras. They probably sensed that I was in danger and came here to help. Anyone would be concerned by how loud you were shouting in the forest. I can't want to see what it would look like for you to get wrecked by Wrecker, Professor Pius. You bastards! What do you think you're doing by siding with the poachers? Isn't it obvious? Your enemy is my friend. I, for one, would like for the Beastonoids and us chimeras to get along, but Professor Pius treats illnesses. Don't you find it a little sad to be this rowdy from feeling a little horned up? You should quit looking so scary and join one of our parties once in a while, Wrecker. There's no need to invite that dear bastard. Tch, little chance of that, just as I thought. I won't allow them to go into the depths of the forest, for the Fang shall lay judgment at that time. Hey, don't be running away now. Let's make up. You're too stupid to recognize strategic retreat. You're just running away because you know you can't do anything by yourself. Oh, that was close. Shut up. I'm trying to retreat now, but you piss me off so much. Is everyone okay? It looks like they somehow drove him away. Professor Pius, are you alright? Of course I am. As you can see, Askel and I are better than ever. Pius has his magic staff bounce up and down. Askel apparently. Oh my goodness. Pius has his magic staff, Askel, bounce up and down as if to say this sort of thing could hardly put them down. What do we have here? A new chimera to the area? Wow, look at his cool scales! Do you think he's part dragon? A human-dragon hybrid? This is the first time I've ever seen a dragon. Am I the new chimera? Of course, who else is there beside you here? Half human, half dragon. You even have just one wing. That's so cool. Well, there's a really complicated reason behind it, so I'm not actually a chimera. My name is Lute, and I'm a wildcat human hybrid. I'm like girls, boys, and you. Oh, we got some bisexual characters here. You just like just about everyone though. Okay, he's a pansexual. Okay. I do not. Huh, reminds me of a certain character we saw last episode. So what's your name? Yeah, tell us your name. Let's be friends. My name's Kun. Nice to meet you. What's more, you smell so good, Kun. I wouldn't smell me too much. Come on, Lute. What are you doing? My name's Boogie. I'm a tiger chimera. I'm sure that's visually obvious. So why exactly have so many of you adventurers come here like this? Are you here to poach? And we're traveling. We're searching for a huge new scoop. You know that's not it. They're actually assistants of mine researching the non-stop mating season happening in these lands. We're just on our way to visit Sidley. What? What could outsiders possibly do about it? Just leave the situation alone. I will say though, that there's been a lot of fights among our mates. It would be nice if something could be done about that. Right, I've been so stumped over it. Incidentally, Sidley hasn't trusted me to develop a sedative, but I've made a little progress. I've completely ran out of herbs, which is why I'm wanting to do some research while I'm stocked up on supplies. It's an almost unfathomable mistake that I of all people would fail in concocting a compound. I wouldn't go that far. Did you mess up big time when I participated in one of your experiments? Was it really a mess up? Sidley, what? Boogie, I swear. What is up with these grammar errors? Golly. What is that man, Sidley? What is that man thinking? Relying on your meds of all things. Count me out. I'd like for us to set up camp in Chimera Autonomous Territory though. It's just so hard given how we're being scowled at by the beastonoids. Whoa. You're wanting to let these guys into our area? Who knows what the others will think? Well, at any rate, we need to speak with Sidley. I'm down. Totally down. I'll guide the way. I want to learn more about Kun. Tell me everything. Okay, I think I'm just gonna end the recording for now because unfortunately my headphones is not working well. So anyways, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching the first episode, or technically it's the 8th episode of another Eidos of Dragon Vein R. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see y'all whenever. Bye bye!